In a world where fate intertwines the lives of strangers, one woman's act of bravery would change the course of two lives forever. Picture this: a bustling city, the sound of honking cars and the relentless pace of corporate life. In the heart of this chaos, a life hangs in the balance, and a hero emerges from the shadows. This is the story of how a single night can alter destinies and how love can bloom in the most unexpected circumstances. I've noticed only 98% of you who watch haven't subscribed. Come on, guys, show some love and support. Thanks a bunch to those who have already subscribed. Our tale begins 5 years ago in a high-stakes corporate environment where ambition often overshadowed humanity. The CEO of a leading tech company, Ethan Carter, was known for his ruthless business tactics and unyielding drive for success. But behind the polished exterior lay a man burdened by the weight of his responsibilities. Little did he know that his life was about to take a dramatic turn. On a fateful evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Ethan found himself in a precarious situation. After a long day of meetings, he decided to unwind at a local bar, seeking solace in a glass of whiskey. But as the night wore on, a group of aggressive men entered the bar, their intentions clear. In a moment of chaos, Ethan was cornered, and it seemed like his luck had run out. Just when all hope seemed lost, a mysterious woman stepped in. Her name was Mia, a woman with a fierce spirit and a heart of gold. She had been at the bar minding her own business when she noticed the commotion. Without a second thought, she intervened, using her quick wit and martial arts skills to fend off the attackers. In that moment, she saved Ethan's life, but what happened next was even more unexpected. After the dust settled, Ethan was grateful, but also intrigued. He and Mia spent the night talking, sharing stories, and discovering a connection that neither of them had anticipated. They laughed, they cried, and for a brief moment, the weight of the world lifted. But as dawn approached, Mia vanished without a trace, leaving Ethan with nothing but memories and a lingering sense of loss. Fast forward 5 years. Ethan had moved on, or so he thought. He had built his company into a powerhouse, but the memory of that night haunted him. He often found himself wondering about the woman who had saved him, the woman who had seen him for who he truly was beneath the corporate facade. Meanwhile, Mia had been living her own life, a life filled with adventure and self-discovery. But the memory of Ethan lingered in her heart one day. As fate would have it, Ethan was attending a high-profile charity gala. The event was buzzing with excitement, and he was there to make connections and further his business interests. As he mingled with the crowd, he felt a strange pull, an energy that seemed to draw him toward the entrance. And then, as if the universe had conspired to bring them together, he saw her, Mia, standing there, radiant and confident, just as he remembered. The moment their eyes met, time stood still. The years melted away, and all the emotions they had buried came rushing back. Ethan approached her, his heart racing, unsure of what to say. "Mia?" he whispered, disbelief etched on his face. She turned, a smile breaking across her features, but there was a hint of sadness in her eyes. "Ethan," she replied softly, as if she had been waiting for this moment for a lifetime. Their reunion was filled with a mix of joy and apprehension. They exchanged pleasantries, but the unspoken words hung heavily in the air. Ethan wanted to know why she had disappeared, why she had left him without a trace. Mia, on the other hand, had her own reasons for vanishing, reasons that were deeply personal and tied to her past. As they talked, the gala faded into the background. They found a quiet corner, away from the prying eyes of the crowd, and began to unravel the threads of their lives. Mia revealed that she had been on a journey of self-discovery, traveling the world, helping those in need, and finding her purpose. She had left that night to protect herself, to ensure that she wouldn't become a distraction in Ethan's life, a life that was already filled with challenges. Ethan listened intently, his heart aching for the woman who had saved him. He shared his own journey, the struggles he faced in the corporate world, and how her bravery had inspired him to be a better leader. "You changed my life, Mia," he confessed, his voice thick with emotion. "I've never forgotten you." As the night wore on, they reminisced about that fateful evening, the laughter they shared, and the bond that had formed in such a short time. It was as if no time had passed at all. Yet the weight of the years hung between them, filled with unspoken words and unresolved feelings. They both felt the magnetic pull of their connection, a force that had not diminished despite the distance and time apart. Mia's eyes sparkled with a mix of nostalgia and regret. "I didn't want to leave you, Ethan. I thought it was for the best. I was afraid of what we could become, of how my presence might complicate your life." Her voice trembled slightly, revealing the vulnerability she had kept hidden for so long. "I didn't want to be a distraction, especially when you were on the brink of something great." Ethan shook his head, frustration bubbling to the surface. "But you were my light in that darkness. You saved me when I needed it the most. I thought about you every day, wondering what could have been." He paused, searching her eyes for understanding. "I never wanted you to vanish. I wanted to know you, to explore what we had." The air between them crackled with tension, a mixture of longing and uncertainty. They both knew that the world around them had changed, but the feelings they harbored had not. As they spoke, the gala continued in the background, but their world had shrunk to just the two of them, lost in a moment that felt both familiar and foreign. Mia took a deep breath, her heart racing. "Ethan, I've changed. I've seen things, experienced life in ways I never imagined. I'm not the same woman you met that night." Her voice was steady, but her eyes betrayed her fear of rejection. "I've built a life for myself, and I'm not sure if I can fit into the world you've created." Ethan reached out, gently taking her hand in his. "You don't have to fit into my world, Mia. I want to know you, the person you've become. We can figure this out together." His grip was firm, a silent promise that he was willing to fight for whatever they could build anew. As the night deepened, they shared stories of their lives apart, the challenges they faced, and the triumphs they celebrated. Mia spoke of her travels, the people she met, and the causes she championed. Ethan shared the highs and lows of running a successful company, the sacrifices he made, and the loneliness that often accompanied his success. They laughed, cried, and found solace in each other's presence, rekindling the spark that had never truly extinguished. But as the evening drew to a close, reality began to creep back in. They both knew that the world outside awaited them, filled with responsibilities and expectations. The moment was fleeting, and they were left with the question of what came next. Would they allow the past to dictate their future, or would they take a leap of faith into the unknown? "Ethan," Mia said softly, her voice barely above a whisper, "what do we do now?" The uncertainty hung in the air, heavy with the weight of their shared history and the possibilities that lay ahead. Ethan looked deep into her eyes, determination etched on his face. "We take it one step at a time. Let's not rush into anything, but let's not walk away from this either. We owe it to ourselves to explore what this connection means." He squeezed her hand, a gesture of reassurance that they were in this together. As they exchanged numbers and made tentative plans to meet again, a sense of hope blossomed between them. They both knew that the road ahead would not be easy, but the journey was worth it. They had been given a second chance, a rare opportunity to rewrite their story, and they were determined to seize it. As the gala came to an end and the guests began to disperse, Ethan and Mia lingered a moment longer, reluctant to part ways. The night had been a whirlwind of emotions, but it had also been a reminder of the power of connection and the resilience of the human spirit. They had both saved each other in different ways, and now it was time to see where this new chapter would lead. Before they finally said their goodbyes, Ethan turned to Mia, his voice filled with sincerity. "Promise me one thing. No matter what happens, we'll always be honest with each other. No more vanishing acts." Mia smiled, her heart swelling with affection. "I promise, Ethan. No more running away." With that, they parted ways, each carrying a piece of the other in their hearts, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. The reunion had shocked them both, but it had also ignited a flame of hope, a reminder that love can endure, even through the trials of time and distance. As the screen fades to black, I want to encourage you, dear viewers, to reflect on the power of connection and the importance of seizing opportunities when they arise. If you enjoyed this story of love, bravery, and second chances, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your support means the world to us and helps us continue to bring you captivating stories that inspire and entertain. Remember, every like, comment, and subscription fuels our passion for storytelling. Thank you for being a part of our journey, and we can't wait to share more incredible tales with you in the future. Until next time, keep believing in the magic of love and the beauty of unexpected reunions.